Hi friends, we are going to start a new series of meditation in our YouTube channel, and this is the first of those series, and we are naming it Introduction to Meditation. It also happens to be that we are starting a community meditation event here every Saturday morning, at least the Saturdays where I am here physically present in the garden and not at work. So we using this opportunity to create a small YouTube video for those friends who cannot attend the meditation event. The topic itself is Introduction to Meditation, so you know it's an intro, it's not for advanced level, and it's for everyone who has some curiosity, some interest in meditation. Now the word itself, meditation, so everybody has some concept of what it is, and if you ask many people, they say, oh, it's something that makes me peaceful, something that helps me sleep, something that keeps me calm. So there is already a known concept of what meditation is, but many of us think that it's some kind of technique, it's some kind of thing that you do so that keeps you calm. Like chanting a mantra, for example, that's commonly understood. Okay, I chant and then I keep myself calm afterwards, or I become happy. Well, the objective is the same, that it will bring happiness in your life, it will make you calm, it will make you peaceful. But meditation itself is not a technique. There are many different techniques to go into meditation, many different doors to enter into meditation. But meditation itself is a state of your being. Like, for example, sleep. Now, when you're sleeping, you are not in the same state of your being as when you are awake. You have the same body when you are awake, and when you go to sleep, your body is the same. But something changes within. The conscious mind, the mind that you use on day-to-day life, is kind of shut off when you go to sleep. And in meditation, it's a state where you are aware that your conscious, constantly working mind is shut off. There are no thoughts, or there are very few thoughts, and you see clearly the spaces between the thoughts. And those spaces are when you are connected with your inner being. So when I start the word inner being, I would like to illustrate a little bit so that it makes it clear. I'm not a good drawer, so bear with me all my improper drawings. So here you are. This is you. Actually, I have to paint it backward because this is your center. This is the center of your being. So this is your center of your being, which I was referring to, your inner being. And this is your periphery. And this is your outer world. So your body exists here in the periphery, and you have your mind. Your mind is constantly being bombarded with every information from the outer world, because we live in the society, we have to interact, there will be news, there will be problems, there will be traumas, many different things. So everything that we have got from the outer world constitutes our mind, which is our thoughts, our emotions, and our samskaras. So this word is a Sanskrit word that I'm using. Thoughts, you all know. everyday thoughts, thoughts about this, that. Mostly our thoughts are about the past or about the future, something we did wrong, something we need to do, we have not completed, we need to fix our life, or we did something to someone, someone didn't apologize to us, someone made fun of me, this and that. So many thoughts. Emotions are emotions. Sometimes you are angry, sometimes you are fearful, sometimes you are jealous, sometimes you are worried, sometimes there is a lot of anxiety going on. So this is another layer of the mind. And samskaras are deeper. Like, let's say some traumas happened in your childhood and they don't come to you on everyday life, like not as a thoughts or emotions, but they are much deeper than these thoughts and emotions of everyday life are samskaras. These are like deep impressions within you. So interestingly, for the survival and for proper functioning in the society, our being, our mind was able to divide itself into conscious and unconscious or subconscious. So the conscious thoughts and emotions are one thing, and the deeper samskaras go into the unconscious. But this is all your mind. This is what you carry every day. You carry all the conscious thoughts, emotions, and samskaras, and the unconscious ones as well. This is buried deep within you. You will not be able to encounter it on an everyday life, but it's influencing your everyday thoughts, emotions, influencing your mind. And whatever you hear from the outer world, whatever kind of people you interact, or the work where you do, what you eat, that's also what you eat. So everything is influencing your thoughts, emotions, and samskaras. That's the mind. So this is your mind, this is your body. Again, what you eat influences your body. So this is all your outer world. What I'm talking about is your inner being. Most of us have our eyes directed towards the outer world because there is so much happening here. It's impossible to turn around and direct your eyes towards your inner. And meditation, what it is to finally have enough courage to turn backwards, turn inwards, turn your face away from whatever is happening inwards. And there is a lot of space inwards that we have never even started to see, or never even bothered to check whether there exists a world that is inwards. Why? We're not trying to hide from the outer world. We just want to explore our whole being, because this is a neglected part of our being, and we are too much focused about outer world, who is going to be president. It has nothing to do with your energy body, subtle body, center of being, absolutely nothing. Or like what's happening to the climate, what's going to happen to the stock market. No, it's your outer world. It is influencing your mind, it's influencing your thoughts, emotions. This is what's keeping you anxious all the time, lot of thoughts all the time. And this is what meditation is to have enough courage, or sometimes out of curiosity as well, but that curiosity is just a one-time thing. Many people again flip back. It's to have enough courage to be able to say that now I will turn inwards, I will put my focus from the outer towards the inner. But it's not so difficult, because in the outer world, another thing we have found out, because everyone is seeking for happiness. So we have already found a way to get our happiness and joy from the outer world. It could be anything. It could be food related. Oh, I am always happy because I eat that food. But food is still your outer, it's an outer stimulus. Or if I go traveling to some place, I would be happy. Or I listen to a certain kind of music, I will be happy. These are all good. That keeps your mind balanced and happy. But these are outer influences. These are not inner. So as long as you don't find something within that's happy, that makes you happy, joyful, light, blissful, you're not going to drop anything that's giving you happiness outside. Although that could be a momentary happiness, or you go shopping and you buy a lot of expensive things, it makes you happy for 1 or 2 days, and then those things become already old. So those are momentary happiness. Or a food, like you eat and then you digest, finished, it made you momentary happiness. But you so much attached to getting happiness from the outer, you will hardly try to think that if I go in, will I lose those momentary moments of happiness. That's why uh, mystics like Osho or Upanishads in the East, they say that no, you are not going to drop those stones with the hope of getting diamonds. You are not going. So don't drop your stones. Keep your outer world and start meditating as well. One day it will come, you'll find diamond and you'll think, what am I carrying those stones, those momentary happiness things, and they will drop by themselves. So in the past, there used to be methods like in the Buddha's time, Gautama the Buddha, where the whole Buddhism, it times where different people were less complex, the outer influence were not that much, there was no internet, there was no social media, the life was no such fast paced. So he could tell that start moving in and drop everything. So there are like thousands of precepts given to disciples saying that don't tell lie, go into silence, go into cave, go into this and that, drop your family. So these were all because it was easy for people to do that. They were easily able to, but times have changed. Now you can't be away from society and leave your momentary happiness things and directly go in. So what I recommend, and I have learned everything from the masters and from my master Osho, who have given this way that is perfect for the society to come, or the society that is now already turning into. That is, the outer influences are getting heavier and heavier upon us every day, and it's really difficult for a modern man to completely turn around and go in. The best is to start meditating. Just take it playfully, and by the outer will drop. Only the unnecessary will drop. You are not going to drop body, you are not going to drop the mind, meaning you will still have thoughts, you'll still have emotions, there will still be some samskaras, but slowly they will have a less grip upon you. They will be there far away and you will be in your own space. You can use them, you can use the thoughts, you can use the emotions. Your relationships will be much clearer because there will not be any clouds in between, so all the clouds that mind creates. So things will be more clearer, a new clarity will come. And um, if you are in your job, you will be able to perform it much better. That's not the function of meditation, but it's just an outcome of a clear mind, that you would be more successful in whatever you do in your life. So that's what meditation is, to gather enough courage to start moving inwards. It's when all your energies are flowing in one direction, and that is inwards. If all your energies are flowing in outer direction, you'll be successful in something outside for sure. You put all your energy in some sports, you will be a successful sportsman. If all your body energies are flowing in, that's when you will be focused in the center of your being. So this is all for today. This was an introduction to meditation and what it's all about. Hope I could create enough curiosity in you to start knowing more about what meditation is, because this is just the surface, what I talked about. And what I told about turning in, there is in Sufi, it's a branch of Islam, which is it's mainly focused on all this science of going in. In Sufi, they say the most important point in life of any person is when suddenly someone gets a thought to start turning in, to start focusing in. That's the most. The birth is not important, death is not as important as someone starts to thinking about going in. That's the most. They even have a term, I don't remember, but that's turning in of the heart. So in the next session, our next session, we will talk about this whole area. Right now I talked mostly about the outer, and I hope you got a little bit of gist of what a conscious mind is, what's unconscious is, where our traumas um, are stored in our mind, where our daily thoughts and emotions are, what happens when outer world stimulus is allowed to get into us, what happens when we eat a certain type of food, what happens when we live a certain type of lifestyle. This is all influencing our outer world, and it's perfectly okay if you want to live that kind of life, but if you want to start going in, you will have to first deal with these things that are on the outside. You will be learning meditation techniques. There are many, many techniques that you will go along when we discuss this. But by and by, if you are conscious about your mind as well, then if you are conscious about what you eat, if you are conscious about what impressions you are bringing into your mind every day, like what kind of news, what kind of books you read, what kind of people or company you keep, if you're conscious about these things, that will help a lot as well in meditation. So I hope you enjoyed, or you learned a little bit about this, and I hope I was not talking too much, because this is a subject I can go on and on and on. Um, but this is just to create a curiosity in you, just to create an interest to start exploring a completely unexplored part of yourself, your being, completely unexplored, and nobody else in the world will be interested in knowing what you have inside, or who you really are. Nobody else except you yourself. And I hope you will start thinking about it from today. Thank you.